Winemaking is an ancient practice that began in modern-day Georgia in 6000 BCE and quickly spread throughout Europe during the Roman Empire. In theory, winemaking is a very simple process that involves crushing grapes and allowing them to ferment over time. Nonetheless, wine is one of the most refined and revered alcoholic beverages. To produce the most distinctive fine wines, each region has a specific species of wine grape with a proprietary mark. In today's video, I'll discuss the most expensive wines. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more intriguing videos like this, and be sure to watch this video to the end. Therefore, anytime we upload a new video, you will be notified so that you won't miss out on interesting videos from us. Without further ado, let's get started. Chateau Lafitte 1787, $156,450. A dark green glass wine bottle, sealed with thick black wax, was auctioned off at Christie's London in December 1985. It was discovered in Paris, alongside other top vineyard wines, including Lafite. The year 1787, Lafitte, and the initials VXJ were etched into the unlabeled bottle. Despite the aged appearance of the vessel, the wine was reported of high quality, with engravings from 18th century France, according to Christie's glass experts. The bottle is thought to have once belonged to Thomas Jefferson, who developed an appreciation for French wine while serving as America's minister to France. Whether these rumors are true or not, Chateau Lafitte 1787 is the most expensive single wine bottle ever sold at auction. Ampoule from Penfolds, $168,000. Wine critics consistently award the distinctively aged Penfolds Blanc 42 Climate Cabernet Sauvignon above 90 points. To age the wine, 12 ampoules handcrafted by South Australia's top artists for the ambitious Penfolds Ampoule project are used instead of bottles. Each vessel holds the same amount of wine as a standard bottle, 750 milliliters, and is worth the 168 years that Penfolds has been producing wine. 11 of these rare objet d'art sculptures were made available, and if the buyer decides to taste the wine, a winemaker from the company will travel to them, scribe snap in hand. "If they want me to open an ampoule on top of Mount Kilimanjaro, I'll go," says Penfolds chief winemaker Peter Gago. Chateau Margot 1787, $225,000. Chateau Margot is a classic Bordeaux chateau that has remained relatively unchanged since the 17th century, producing some of the best wines year after year. In 1989, a New York wine merchant valued a bottle of 1787 at $500,000, after which it was shattered by a waiter while in the Four Seasons. Insurance companies paid out $225,000, making it one of the most expensive wine ever sold. Chateau Lafitte 1869, $230,000. Chateau Lafitte Rothschild, located in Pauillac in the Médoc wine region, is a world-renowned winery, with 1869 recognized as a top vintage produced by the Rothschild family. Sotheby's in Hong Kong sold 3 bottles of this vintage in 2010 for a total of $230,000. The gravel from the nearby Gironde River creates ideal conditions for the Cabernet Sauvignon grape variety to ripen, resulting in some of the world's best high-quality red wines. Shipwrecked 1907 Heidsieck, $275,000. The world's most expensive champagne, the 1907 Heidsieck, was discovered in 1998 in the Gulf of Finland, where 2,000 bottles from the collection were discovered. Despite the shipwreck, the bottles were discovered completely intact. The highly prized champagne, which sells for more than $275,000 per bottle, tells the story of survival after its journey to the Russian imperial court was intercepted by a German U-boat. Chateau Cheval Blanc 1947, $305,000. Although the 1947 vintage of Cheval Blanc Bordeaux wine was one of the most famous, the outlook for Cheval was initially bleak. The crop was threatened by extreme heat, and while many other local growers used ice to cool their wine, Cheval refused. In the end, the vineyard's favorable location, which was slightly cooler than the surrounding vineyards, saved it from the worst of the scorching heat. A complete case of the vintage wine, which has a thick texture and a 14.4% alcohol concentration, is becoming increasingly rare. Cases like this happen once every 10 years or so. That will soon be every 20 years. Chris Munro, head of wine at Christie's London, explains, Christie's sold a 6-liter bottle of Cheval Blanc in 1947 for $304,375 in 2010.